In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly seal your windows and doors in case of needing a protective barrier to keep contaminants out. I have experience in water damage mitigation and trauma scene cleanup. We would use this in both instances to keep any unwanted particles from leaving a room. So in the case of trauma, it would be any kind of bio yucks that could be in the air that you don't want to breathe in, and in water damage it was mold and feces and things like that. So I lined the door. I'm going to just show you on this door, my apartment door. I lined it with tape. You won't have to do this for the instance I'm talking about. It will be an emergency. You're not going to need the tape. But I did this just to protect the wall from what I'm doing so that I don't cause any permanent damage before it's necessary. Here's the reasons why this is important. You can see here the door does not have a good complete seal. No house, if it's built properly, will have a proper seal on it. And that's really annoying in the terms of keeping critters out, but it is critical when building a house that you don't airtight seal it for a lot of reasons. Those are not relevant to this, so we won't get into them. Here's my door, pre-done up, ready to go. I've got my plastic pre-cut. It is cut to the width of the door, just over the width of the door, so that I'll have enough room to work with. So here's your materials you're going to need. Some of these will be optional, like the gloves. I wear them because we're using this spray adhesive. It doesn't matter what you use as long as it is a spray adhesive. This is very important to what you're doing, and I will show you how to use that. The next thing is your plastic. I could only find 2 mil thickness. The best one you're going to want is 6 mil to keep out anything that could go through the plastic. So the thicker the better. 6 mil is standard to the industry. So if you can find 6 mil, usually you have to buy it in a giant roll. So I just got these drop cloths. They make them thinner because it's usually for paint and things like that. So the other things you're going to need is a knife and tape if you want it, gloves if you want them. In an emergency situation, you're not going to need the gloves. They're just because this spray adhesive gets everywhere and I don't want sticky fingers for 3 days. So let me get these gloves on and I will show you how to do this. I'm going to throw my gloves on real quick. And then I'm only 5'2", so I have to use a step stool to do this. But you will take your, actually before you do that, getting ahead of myself, take your spray adhesive. It is nice to have it set slightly so it's a little sticky and putty-y when you're putting your plastic on. So spray it first, at least on the very top, and then we can spray it and press it on as we go down. The tackier it is, the better it will stick. You want this is really the critical piece here. If you don't have this spray adhesive on there, you won't get a proper seal. This will seal the plastic to the wall so that no air will get in between it. So you really need a good thick barrier of this. It's very important. So you'll just get a good line. Let me get that camera up here so you can see it better. So you can see it's already kind of really gross looking. And it stinks something here. So we'll start with that. While that sets and gets all sticky, okay, you can see it. Okay, now I'm going to find the end plastic. We'll pretend it's 6 mil. Okay. Okay, so this is where we're at now. This doesn't need to dry right now. It doesn't need to set. Just make sure that it'll set on its own and it'll be good. Make sure that it's really making contact the entire way across, even in the corners. So, this corner especially, like wherever there's a corner, make sure that you are getting completely so that no air is coming through a little crease. We want to get rid of those creases if we can, as best we can. That's good. So now, we just complete the square with the adhesive and press it on as we go. Don't forget the bottom. No area left unsealed, so make sure that you seal the floor too. Grab the phone, show you. Okay, so we have a good seal. We have a couple spots that make sure are good. This glue, the spray adhesive, it needs a couple minutes to really get set well. Let's try to avoid any bunching up like this, just for the intent that we are doing this. We want a truly bonded seal. Okay. So these aren't such a big deal to have these things until they go all the way across, and then we want to stop that as best we can. Okay. And now we're on to the floor. This part's a little difficult. Where do I put the phone? I need another hand. Okay. So, at this point, this will be a lot easier without holding a video. Okay, we'll do this a little at a time. So, because I was holding the video, I couldn't get this corner very well. In the real life situation, we won't be recording, and that won't be an issue. And also, I'm trying to keep it on the tape so that I don't get glue. This glue is so tacky and gross. I want to get my deposit back should we not need what we are doing. Yep, there goes my deposit. Okay. Okay, so, and like I said in the beginning, you can let this set, let it get tacky. But okay, so this is what it'll look like when it's done. That's it. You can put metal over this if you would prefer. So you could put like tin foil. I have a bunch of tin foil to do that with when the time comes. You can use your spray adhesive, do another spray around an outline where I have the tape where you can see. You can do another line of spray adhesive over that and do layers of tin foil. You could do as many layers as you want, as many as it needs for you to feel safe, to have that good protective barrier. Do this over all of your windows and doors. The theory, the method is the same no matter what you do. I would just measure your windows, measure your doors, make sure you've got the right amount of plastic, and you can pre-cut your plastic so that it is quicker to install, because when this time comes, every minute will matter. So do as much prep work as you can ahead of time and just have them sitting close by, and all you need to do is walk around the house and get each door, get each window. And then also I would suggest making sure that all of your vents are covered as well. Let me show you what I mean. So this is a heat bulb in my bathroom, but it is also a vent. Excuse me, a vent. So you do the same thing. Do your line of adhesive, plastic it up, good to go. That way, everything is protected. And then for tax purposes, here's my puppy, Loki. There he is, good boy.